Hello, everyone, and welcome back to GDQ Hotfix. That was an awesome run of Monster Hunter World. I had such a great time watching that. My name is Frozen Flygon, and I'm here subbing for Tippy at this incredible, show Time Capsule. I love this show. So excited to show off some amazing runs we have. Before we get into our first run, which is going to be Jak and Daxter, for all of those of you who grew up with that game, just want to remind everyone that Awesome Games Done Quick 2024 will be live in person January 14th through 21st in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'll be there. Hope to see you there. You can do !AGDQ in Twitch chat for more information about that. The games list and schedule is going to be coming out real soon, and I'm very excited for that. But yeah, I think it's just about time for us to get into our first run of the night. We've got Jak and Daxter here with Trots and Hillary Pup. Y'all want to take it away? How's it going?
Yeah, doing good. We're doing no LTS. It's like a 72 power cell requirement. So pretty much we don't do any huge skips. It's like a 50-something minute run.
Awesome. I'm super excited to see it.
It'll be fun. I'll try to do my best. I'll try to destroy Bob's PB. So Bob is Hillary Pup.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Hillary Pup. Thanks for being here, commentating the run as well. You want to give a countdown for the run?
Oh yeah, I would love to.
Go right ahead.
25. 24. No, okay. You ready, Trots?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is no LTS. This is formerly any percent of this category before some huge skips were found. Trots is immediately going for this cutscene skip here, or a cell cutscene skip. Gets it. That's actually really dope. Really sick. So essentially, he's more or less going through Geyser Rock casually, quote unquote. Besides that, to get all these power cells and unlock the next area.
Yep. This is all... Everything's mellow and Geyser after that. It's all cutscene skip.
That's what I'm talking, man. Look at Trots. Inspiration.
What, in the chat?
No, just, Alright, solid Geyser.
Solid Geyser.
And we get to sit through a fat cutscene.
Yeah.
Nice. The best part about the beginning of runs.
Yeah. I think it's like a minute long. I think like almost exactly.
Wow. Well, this is a great time for any questions from the audience. You want to ask, our runners, commentators?
Yeah, any questions?
Yeah, for sure. We can answer any questions, or also we always like to give a shout out to something called Open Goal for this game, and soon to be Jak 2. It's a PC port actually for Jak 1. There's all kinds of mods, and there's soon to be multiplayer too. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow!
If anyone's interested, you should check it out.
Yeah.
That's sick.
It's pretty insane what those guys did to make that possible.
So you'll see, essentially, like we mentioned before, Trots has to collect 72 power cells to get to the final boss. And we've routed out, obviously, the fastest 72 to get. So you'll see him kind of like going off to the side and grabbing these, they're called scout flies. There's like 7, or there's a certain amount in every area. And then once you get all of them, it'll yield a power cell. So you'll see him kind of grab some collectibles here and there on his way to a certain area. Right now he's going over to Forbidden Jungle. On the way there, we're gonna play the fish mini game, which unlocks Misty Island. So we get a fat cutscene immediately followed by RNG.
Yep.
So, yeah, awesome.
Fat cutscene into another cutscene into RNG.
The beginning of this run is just it checks all the boxes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, the fish game can be pretty brutal too. You'll see. It's like, I don't know. What do you think, Bob? Like, It kind of varies. You could lose like 20 seconds, 30 seconds easily just from fish.
Yeah, for sure, unless you're stellar.
Yeah, unless you're stellar and you just have insane RNG.
You want to try the challenge? There are two types of good fish to catch: 1 pound fishies and
I think
5 pound
most people
fishies.
remember Fish Game.
If
It's
you
like
miss 20 pounds of good
such an
fish,
infamous
then
minigame
I'm gonna
from
take me net back from you.
PS2 days.
There are
Oh, yeah.
poisonous
Dude,
eels
you ever
in
tried
this
like the
river.
Gigafish?
Catch
Like
even
the cheat
one of them
code
boogers,
thing that you put
and
in?
you'll poison
Yeah,
Boulder.
I'm in like second place in that for the most
First to lose.
collected.
Here goes
It's
the big
have you tried it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what Bob's talking about is this random code. When was that found? Like last year?
It was when they were working on Open Goal, I think. They found it in the game's code.
Okay, yeah, so it wasn't found that long ago, and you could just do this really simple code when you're next to the fisherman after you beat fish, and it makes like it's like fish hard mode is what we call it, and it just goes infinitely until you catch 20 eels, right? Or miss 20 fish or catch one
Yeah,
eel.
miss 20 field. Yeah, 1 eel or miss 20 fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's
Miss 20 eels, yeah. Miss 20 fish or catch 1 eel. But
it's like pretty much it's like kind of below average fish here.
yeah, this is not that good. We'll see though. It could pick up.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
Here comes a big one.
Could pick up. This is not that bad. It's not that bad anymore.
Yeah.
Hold steady.
Yeah, this is really not that bad.
Get it! You caught 200 pounds of fish. Not bad for
Yeah, what's up,
aquaculture
Zed?
lovers. Here's
Got
the power
Zed,
supply.
Bloppy.
And you can use
Milk.
mine at the village dock whenever you like.
Yeah. Legends.
The legends.
So yeah, coming up, this is the Forbidden Jungle area. Spooky, scary area. Bro doesn't turn his camera for some reason there. It's sus. So like we said, you know, he'll go around collecting some scalp flies, cruising. This game's all about cruising, having a good time, making friends along the way. You know what I mean? Grabs Blue Eco. Bow.
This game's all movement pretty much. There's
Yeah.
tricks, but for the most part it's movement.
Yeah, there's a good amount of tricks in this category. It's definitely pretty much just mostly intended mechanics. Every punch and roll jump is planned out. You know, it's all routed in, which is pretty cool, I think, in a speedrun. Protzes, I didn't even see if you got Eco Minute. I'm assuming you did.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So I probably should have explained that instead of going on the rant. He did something that was fat.
It looked cool. The movement in
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
very fun to watch. And it's always
Basically-
surprised where you're gonna go next because it seems pretty open where you're able to kind of where you're going. You can
Yeah.
move around really quickly.
Yeah, and to that point, the whole reason Trots did that fish minigame was because it unlocks Misty Island, and there's a bunch of fast power cells in Misty Island, so it's kind of like the routing is kind of cool in this game too. Like, he kind of sacrificed a little bit of time there, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just fast.
Get a little extra
So
orb.
Tyrion.
Yeah, we got Tyrion in the chat. What is that Daxter email?
That was Tyrion. Tyrion emo. Tyrion plug.
Oh, we got Audi too. So right now we're just grabbing orbs, power cells, just trying to get the requirement for fire cannon, which is 25 power cells, I think, right? Is it 25 or 20?
Bro, don't ask me.
think it's.
Yo, so that,
I don't
that
know.
right there is called that's called bite skip. Trots has to do a very specific movement set there in order to skip a phase of this plant boss, and he just nailed it.
Yeah.
You know.
You just gotta get over to. You gotta get to plant boss quickly, and that's pretty much it. And then it'll skip that phase where he drops down to bite you.
You see him taking damage here to get the blue eco like frames faster. And that's it. That's pretty much FJ. He's gonna. So you see, I mentioned the scalp flies earlier. He's gonna go ahead and grab the last one here, which will kind of mark the end of this area.
Right, and now we got this new skip that we just started doing. It saves like 8 or something.
Yeah, a little bit less, I think, with it's been retimed. But yeah, he's gonna go out of bounds here and move the camera in a specific way. It's gonna give him a sandover checkpoint here, so he can make his way over to Misty Island. Oh, Trot's not getting that one frame actually lost. Like, I think it's like 18 seconds.
Oh, the FJ one frame.
I don't even know what one frame is talking about.
It's a total.
Yeah, event from.
It's a total meme because there's a one frame that you could do in the temple, but we don't even get those orbs, or I don't get those orbs. And I was like convinced that it saved like 3 seconds or something, and it actually loses time. It's not even faster at all. It's the complete opposite.
So this is Misty Island. This entire land of the silverback gorillas is like you have to do very specific movement throughout the entire level. Trust just messed it up right there.
Yeah.
You have to
Totally
be
messed
very
it.
No, but
specific. Oh, it's over.
It's over.
No, yeah, that's actually real stuff right there. By ledge grabbing, it's gonna slightly skew the cycle a little bit. It's not detrimental to the run, but there's a very, very specific movement set you have to do to keep these cycles. They like, you'll see these zeppelins at the end, they despawn and respawn, and depending on where you are at a certain time, and like where Jak's position is at a certain time in the level. But we ball, anyways.
Always.
So, super risky roll jump there.
What do you mean?
Sometimes you miss it.
Yeah, it's a sketchy roll. If you miss it, you lose a lot.
Trot's just gobbling up these orbs right now. Silverback avoidance, nice on fleek. So these are the cycles we're talking about here. The entire like routing that Trot's pretty much did, like his movement set throughout the level, is kind of setting up this cycle right here.
Yeah, so this is pretty bad. You can get these 2 zeppelins like right next to each other, so they're like inside of each other pretty much. Oh, yeah, I can't even get them.
You can get it.
I'll have to get them after. Thought I could. So there's like a few different things you can do depending on what cycle you get. That one was a little too slow to go for that strat. That's why I hit the bomb. I just have to go get him. Usually, right after you get this guy, it would start the cutscene for the cell. I gotta go get this dude. He's up in the air now, you can see him.
Yo, this little log, that's a fire Twitch name. I did the same thing.
Where does this guy land?
Bro, I don't know.
There he is.
I never miss it.
Dude, I never miss it either.
Yo, the outrag. The outrageous Josh fans in chat. So that's Zeppelin's.
Yeah, that lost me a lot, as you can see, because you have to wait for him to come down. So I probably lost like 20 seconds there or something.
Yeah, you don't have to tell them that, bro. The Trot's making his way to the end of Misty Island now. What's up, Jazz? So we're gonna see the first. Oh wait, no, we already did a boosted uppercut for that new skip.
Yeah, we did.
But we didn't mention it. If you walk off the ledge slowly in this game, and then do an uppercut, it like, I don't know, it just yeets Jak. I don't know, but there it is.
Yeah, there it is. It's. I mean, I think the only person that can explain it is like Guitar properly.
Yeah, it's something to do with like Jak's momentum being just yeeted and whatnot.
Yeah, like when you're slipping off a ledge, it gives you that weird momentum. So if you like uppercut, it just shoots you flying.
See another fatty in Spider Cave too. Spooky, scary level.
What's up, Jazz?
Yo, Sentinel Beach.
Yeah, Sentinel's a mellow level. Nothing too crazy.
Some RNG factors here. But yeah, for the most part, this is, I mean, for Trots, it's child's play. You know what I mean?
How long have you been running this game?
I was just talking about that today. I think I started at like the end of 2020, I'm pretty sure, because my first submitted run was like early 2021.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm currently in 4th in this category. What are you in, Bob? Are you in 6th now?
Huh?
Are you in Are you in 6th?
It's all good. It's all good. You were just entranced by the gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. That's accurate, I believe.
Oh. Right there you can if you have the right spacing, you can like slide off that rock a little faster. I was barely too far forward, so I just stopped in the water like that.
You see, Trots is actually a little kind of like a side kind of thing in this area. Trots is deliberately spooking these birds at each of these little, I don't know what to call these things. These little alien structures.
Statues.
But, statues. Yeah, yeah, the whole point of that was to
just
unlock this cell here.
Yeah, just to get this cell. Yeah, well, thank you, Zombie.
A lot of community members in chat. This is so nice.
Oh yeah.
Thanks everyone for coming and watching the run.
Okay, so we're good on orbs right now. I'm at 201. The Sentinels. Yeah, there you go, Aslov.
Bro, tell me aliens didn't build the Sentinels. Oh, wait. Very specific movement set here once again. Trots unclogging these eco vents.
Yeah, if I do this part fast enough, I can get this fly down here with ego. It's a little faster. I think I'm chilling.
Yeah, so if you didn't happen to notice that, oh yeah, if you didn't happen to notice, blue eco, you know, just sucks up everything around you. You know.
Yeah.
Trots is blue
it's
eco
fast.
expert for sure.
It's faster for everything, pretty much.
Oh, sick curved roll jump there. Oh, chill.
You like that?
Chill. So this, that was pretty much Sentinel. Trots is gonna unlock Blood Flux with the completion of this, which is going to make future areas way faster. Do some cool tricks and stuff later on.
Look, isn't that
We'll see. So I'm at 1931 right now, right? Wait, no. That's not right. What's my timer at?
See any feathers here?
I'll tell you what the end of Sentinel is.
Okay.
Listen, boys. I'll take this little kid back to the village with me and work with the sage to take
It's
care
probably
of him.
trash, I'm not gonna lie.
I know, it's probably just god awful. I think I can't bop you at this point. Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, the only thing I messed up so far is that Zeppelin and Misty. Wonder how
We're
much
getting
that
to
lost
about
me.
19 minutes, and it's you know, what's your PB in this?
I have a 53:42.
Okay, awesome. What is generally the toughest part of the run? Where's the area that you're most worried about usually?
Oh, just probably this area coming up right after.
Ooh,
So we're done with Hub 1 now. Now we go into Hub 2, and I think Hub 2 is probably the hardest. It's, I don't know, what do you think, Bob? You think Hub 2 or Hub 3 is harder?
I personally think this game is really easy.
Okay.
just built different. That's fair.
Built different. But he's got a,
Yeah, Hub
but he's
2's got
got
a
a
lot of-
slower time than me.
Hey man, we did the math the other day. You don't want to start this.
Start arguing. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, Hub 2 has it's just got a lot of little things that tend to add up.
Yeah.
Cycles and you know. I'll leave. I won't spoil it. You know what I mean? Damn, bro, you got me heated now. You got me heated.
Now we just wait for Oracle to give us these cells.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
In a couple areas throughout the game, during cutscenes, you can turn your camera. So like I just did it there, so I'm facing the direction I want to go. It helps a little bit. It's kind of a preference thing, but I think overall it's more useful than it is not.
I'll show you a salty druid. Give me a you. Alright, we get to talk to Kira.
Yep. Now another cutscene.
You have the 20 cells.
If you haven't noticed, we can't skip cutscenes in this game, so.
The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees.
Well,
so try to keep her
Society
cool.
of every
Flying
game let
over
us skip
open lava will
cutscenes.
Definitely heat you up fast.
Yep.
Trot's actually just,
And it's
that was fake
over.
news. We
Over.
can
Like
skip
burning molten
cutscenes in this
metal.
game.
The fire cannon gets
But
pretty
you're
hot.
gonna see after,
So
or
keep a
were you
lookout
trying
for
Oh.
something
to
off the hot ground.
True.
were you
I've
like,
also released
was that
several
strategy?
blue
Were you
balloons
setting them up?
to drop
Nah, I mean we can, but not like.
Oh, and when you get
Yeah,
across,
no, yeah, it's
don't
not
forget
intended.
to
It's not
activate the
intended.
Teleport gate in the Blue Sage's
I feel
lab.
you.
Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck.
Now we're just doing Fire Canyon. This is just basically an auto scroller. We're just grabbing flies and orbs. You get a lot of orbs on the zoomer levels, so we try to get as many as we can.
Yeah, that's something we also didn't mention is like purchasing the cells essentially from the oracles. The orb routing in this game is also really tight. You'll see it most of the time comes down to, you know, you might have one orb over your required. Oh my gosh.
What?
I thought you were gonna explode, bro.
Dude, I'm fine.
But yeah, that's something we should have noted too. Like, not only is every roll jump, every roll jump and punch is kind of calculated in this game, but so are the orbs that you grab. You know, it's a pretty precise, pretty tight route for sure. What's up, Ricky?
Yeah, what's up, Ricky?
All right, so as Trots was saying, you can't skip cutscenes in this game. So coming up is a cutscene skip.
Yeah.
No, yeah, so there's... Oh, I don't know which method you do here. Oh, yeah, that's the cool guy method. So what Trots just did was you can actually buffer a pause by pressing two inputs at the same time. Gives you like, what's the window? 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't even know exactly.
Bro, we're the worst duo to be
By
like.
explaining stuff.
But yeah, essentially what he just did, so that there's like a bubble around that hut once that cutscene is active, and Trot's essentially pause buffer to be able to roll jump through that cutscene without triggering it. Pretty cool stuff. It's kind of hard to explain without kind of displaying the bubble that's around the hut. But
Yeah.
trust me, bro.
Yeah, and we could do it. We could do it again at the next hut, but we actually just die in the lava, which just gets rid of the cutscene altogether. How did I just miss so many
essentially, yeah, he's activating the cutscene and then doing another action that kind of takes priority.
Had to get an extra crate there because I'm kind of low. Or I was. This pretty much is all just getting orbs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very grateful for Basin in that way. Coming up, there's this land section here. You're supposed to use this green eco to, like, I don't know, eliminate all these plants. But the game gives you just enough to where if you're fast enough, you can get it in one cycle without having to go back for more eco. So this is another one of those things where, like Trout and I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of small things in Hub 2 that can add up.
I think I got it. I think I'm good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, so one cycle, that's
Nice.
good stuff.
Yeah, what up, Bard?
What's up, Bard? Whoa.
Jinx.
Oh. Alright, cool. We're good on orbs.
What is that called? You just buffered, essentially buffered another cell cutscene and loaded into the next area. He still gains the collectible.
Right, yeah, you could hit pause. It's only for the fly, like your last fly that you grab. So the cells gotta come out of it, and you can buffer those. What else can we use buffers for, really? Some cutscenes, like in LBC. We're about to do one.
So, I don't know if any of you noticed, I should have mentioned that as well. Trotz had 242 orbs going into this oracle, and he needs 240 to buy these cells. So like we were saying earlier, like, he had to go off to the side and grab an orb crate like this. The entire duration of this run, Trotz is constantly checking his orb count to make sure he's being chilling.
So right here, I gotta make sure that I don't swing my camera into that cutscene bubble we just skipped.
Yeah, you'll see, Trotz is kind of keeping his camera to the side. If he goes too close to that hut, it'll just activate the cutscene. And then we'll just be sitting here. Yeah, no LTS, lava tube, or no, LTS stands for lava tube skip. It essentially bypasses the 72 cell requirement to get to the end of the game. This is essentially like it's kind of like a glitchless type of, I don't know.
Yeah, how long is the run with the lava tube skip?
Oh, it's like, it cuts it in half. It's like 20 something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this LPC there's a lot of cycles. You see, Trotz is constantly making like these little micro adjustments to avoid ledge grabbing on certain obstacles. There's another cycle here. There was one earlier which he navigated. I was spewing some stuff, but yeah, makes that cycle gorgeous.
Yeah, LPC is kind of scary because, I mean, there we go. It's all like, it's a bunch of cycles, and you'll pretty much just get completely screwed and lose a ton of time just like off that. It's not even your fault. Oh, see. I think that was my fault. What did I do wrong there again? I think I just took too long to get there.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, there's also a lot of damage management here, so it's actually, I mean, you kind of want to take 1 damage before grabbing this cell, doing this skip, because instead of having to do movement to the next little area, you can just die here, and it'll put you at the last checkpoint. So you'll see Trot's kind of abuse that here. He's gonna do that again here, take some damage. Aggro this. This is piggyback clip. Pretty sure it's called. I think this one's pretty cool guy. Pretty cool guy clip.
Yeah, this one's cool.
What's up, Niggle?
Everyone always likes this one.
Nice.
Yeah. That's cool. So he actually did a boosted uppercut there as well. We were talking about earlier.
It's another one. Now, since I'm on 1 health, I can die.
Really good LPC. One more cycle pretty much coming up. A little bit RNG here with these dancing dudes, but hopefully we don't have to show off what bad RNG looks like.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Where's he going?
Sometimes those guys can just destroy you. It's pretty
It's kind of brutal. It's just, yeah. Like we were, just like that. And then we got.
Unfortunately, I mean, you wouldn't have made that cycle anyway.
Yeah.
So there's another cycle you can yeah, it can also lose you a couple seconds. Another buffered cell here. So he actually did collect that cell and then loaded back into the beginning of the LPC, avoiding like I think it's like a 15-second cutscene. Something around
Yeah, something like that. 15.
Well, 15 on top of the power cell, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like 20.
Any boggy swamp bands?
Maybe. Maybe.
Boggy is probably the toughest level for newcomers in this game. Some real finicky tricks and stuff, but Rots is about to annihilate it.
I will try. Yeah, I mean, Boggy debatably is the hardest level. So...
Baked boggy beans. Oh yeah. Yeah, so he's kind of, I mean, immediately he's going through this puppy backwards here. Gonna do some cool, you know, cool out of bounds and stuff.
Yeah, this is all just a bunch of out of bounds stuff that, I mean, it's kind of old now. Stuff was found like probably a year and a half ago at this point.
He's getting to the next area here by clipping through, and I mean it's pretty obvious what he's doing. He's shooting these tethers with yellow eco. They all yield power cell.
Yeah, they're all just fast to get, so we get all these. Ooh, no 1 frame. The first useful 1 frame.
Yeah. We might that one actually saves like 20 seconds. Nah, I'm kidding. But we will see there's a 1 frame trick you can do on those launch pads that, you know, I actually don't know how much it saves. So
Whoa.
it can't be like, whoa.
Whoa! What was that?
Okay.
Oh, we got the oob
So
though.
this out of bounds is that what he just did was really hard. It didn't look like it, but there's like this weird, super crazy like collision on that wall, and you have to like flip through it in a specific way to get through. But that's one of the reasons we grab blood.
Yeah, I have no idea what was going on there with Blood. I was like flipping upside down.
Another one.
But we're good.
All right. So that's Boggy. Trots is just gobbling up these power cells right now.
You love to see it.
They
Yeah.
look beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the one hub we kind of skip the power cell requirement, kind of. Because let's see, I'm at 2 health. I'll show you guys right now.
You see a lot of death warps and stuff in here too, like all these, what he just did there is to get to the end of the level quicker. I guess this does skip a cutscene, huh?
Yeah, this
Boulder
does.
skip.
Yeah, boulder skip.
Sometimes we forget because it's so easy, but this skips a pretty fat cutscene right here. All it is just this.
Just that.
He just goes around it, yeah.
Yeah, you just go around the boulder like that and jump up.
Alright, you're sending it, right?
Oh yeah, I gotta go for lava walk just to.
For the
We'll
fans.
just
For
see.
the
fans.
Yeah, for the fans. For
Yeah.
the fans.
This is it's considered an insanely risky strat that people don't typically go for unless they kind of need it. I mean, it saves close to 30 seconds. But it's even with a perfect setup, it's been estimated at about a 20% success rate.
Ooh. All right. Move on.
Me personally, I've
Move
never
on.
missed it once, so
Yeah, it's a brutal trick. It's brutal.
yeah. So he's doing the backup strat here. I don't think Trots feels like getting stuck there for 5 minutes trying to get that. For your
Yeah.
guys' sake.
Yeah, it would have been
Totally
cool.
trick, though.
understandable. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tough one.
Unfortunately, that is a strat that's with as low of a success rate as it is, with as big of a time chunk that it saves. Unfortunately, you gotta just hug yourself with that trick. Like 33 minutes into the run,
Yeah.
at a top level, like at Trots' level, you just gotta send it.
But now we're doing deload, so this is 30 seconds slower than getting lava walk. And we just come over here and stand on this rock, hold a button down like that. Then we get deloaded. Wait a couple seconds. And now we're at Mountain Pass. So we skipped all of Claw by doing that.
Yeah, it's essentially it's like a checkpoint storage.
Yeah.
Right there. I'm not like incredibly well versed in the technicalities of that, but trust us,
Yeah, it's
fast.
I'm not good at explaining it either. It's basically like a fail-safe for the game. If you sit in a spot like that, I think it thinks that you're stuck or something like that, and it'll put you at the nearest checkpoint. So that's what just happened.
So basically,
The
game gets confused. Trots is immediately about to hurl himself at another 30-second time saver.
yeah, yeah.
This one's. I mean, you can actually practice this one, so it is still very finicky, very hard. Only top level runners really attempt it.
Ooh.
So he's just gonna ping pong off that stalagmite there and not even get close. No, he's gonna get another attempt at that. Damn, that was like you were going hella fast.
Yeah, I was. I just didn't hit jump in time, I don't think. Yeah, close enough. I should have kept my...
It is funny, huh?
Let's do this. So I can go try it again.
Show him how it's done, bro. very finicky trick here. Your angle at this little rock and your timing has to be pretty much perfect.
Yeah, it's a specific kind of jump. Like you have to tap the button super lightly and quickly. There we go.
So there it is. There's a called stalagmite hop or cave hop, or the I like dirtbags jump.
Incredible.
I don't know. We're gonna make our way here to Spider Cave, but first we're gonna do another cool little cutscene skit. Using the same like buffer strategy that we explained before, or like kind of explained. So he just buffered a pause there. He's gonna die. He has to die before that pause menu comes up. When he unpauses, the checkpoint or the cutscene is skipped. Oh, you boosted from a weird spot there.
Mine heart's on me.
3 hops is still viable, bro.
Alright, now we go on to
Spooky
Spider Cave.
Yeah, spooky. Spacing again, really important in this level. Level area. That roll jump there is like way harder than it looks too.
Oh, I didn't get close enough.
Yeah, you'll see Trots he's actually zooming his camera like out and just rotating it here to get this checkpoint. And then he's gonna continue on with the level. For whatever reason, the blue eco we mentioned earlier makes like boosted harder or something.
Yeah, because you're like you can't really slow walk with blue eco. You kind of just always sprint.
Yeah, so this is it was used to back in my day. It was considered a extremely risky strat, but it's the meta here. You have to do actually the baddest boosted that you can possibly get with blue eco. And Trots just nailed it.
Wow. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's that distance is it's literally at the like the perfect spot where you can barely get it with the perfect boosted.
I just got stuck on something. There we go. Okay.
I like this section a lot too coming up. This is probably my favorite section of the game, besides maybe snow.
Oh, like the second half of Spider Cave?
Yeah, I like this a lot with you'll see Trots has to adapt to a couple more cycles in this area as well. Picks up this yellow eco. He's shooting these like crystal things. At the end of this, it gives you a power cell. Actually gets an amazing cycle there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is that the best cycle? Or is that like the second best? I think it's the second, right?
I feel like it's like that. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything because Azul's probably here. But I actually think that one is like maybe a little bit earlier in that cycle is probably the best. Like where you don't shoot the one to the left, you go right for the last one and shoot it on your way back. It's probably the fastest. But anyways, this is Dark Cave. Some more precise movements in the dark.
Yeah, I gotta hit these crystals so we can see what we're doing. And more cycles.
6 cycle. Nice. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Dang, you like instantly roll jump that too. It's like kind of risky because there's a ledge right there. You could just fall off, and there's no checkpoint in the middle of Dark Cave.
Yeah, if you die there, you have to go all the way back up, and you probably lose like I don't know, somewhere between 40 Maybe 40? Nah, probably like 40.
So one last cycle here. Looks like
yeah. It's a quad jump.
So he can actually, Trotz actually turned his camera to see what cycle he got here, because you can do one of two things depending on where that's at. Since that was at the top of where the cycle's at, he goes over, grabs the yellow eco, it does a quad jump, is what we call it. The other option is he can actually boost it to that platform if it's near its lowest point in that cycle, and then grab the yellow eco after. A solid spider cave.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Besides that one death. Now we get a Snowy. Snowy's the last level, if you don't count Lava Tube. I guess Lava Tube's a zoomer level, but I don't know. I don't know if they count as levels.
Yeah, those transitional stages of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. A Snowy, this is a good area right here. Solid area.
Yeah, between Snowy and Boggy, it's kind of hard to say which one's harder. I don't know.
These block. What? Sorry.
What?
No, you were saying something. And
Oh no, you're fine. I don't even remember.
I like that roll jump from the top he did. So yeah, Trotz is making his way around. He's got to grab those. We call them blockers. Those things with the shields around them. And at the end of, if you get all the blockers in this area, it'll give you a power cell. But on his way there, he's also taking out some of these dudes that will later give him a power cell if he takes them all out as well. Good nifty trick there. Get to this cell fast. This unlocks the fortress, which we will later visit on. Drum roll, please.
I'll flip that. Yeah, I think. I don't know. What do you think's more rough in Snowy? Is it the on foot or the flip stuff?
I think it's all pretty easy. Also, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I do want to note. Oh, I'll wait after this. Trotz is going for a 2-frame trick here.
And a miss.
Fortunately, didn't get it. You get that, it yeets you back to the top of the level. I think that's actually a significant time save if you do hit that. I think it's somewhere around 7 seconds, correct?
Yeah, 7. I think it's 7. It's 7 exactly.
Grab Blood here. I do want to note for the people in chat, I know you can't see me, but I do want to, just on the record, I want it to be known that I'm way more jacked and tan than Trotz. I forgot to mention that earlier.
It's important to note. Very critical to the speedrun.
critical information.
The crowd really gets the full picture.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you can get these. What Trotz just did there, he actually got Blood out of an area that is not really intended to go. So he can use Flood for all these other little side missions that he began on foot.
Oh yeah, here's another one. We can turn our camera here, and then boom, right where we're going.
Oh, yeah. So Flood is just super good for these sections here. He's gonna go for another cell cutscene skip here, similar to the very first one in the game. Actually, it's the same principle. He approaches it from on top.
Oh,
doesn't get it.
Didn't even get it.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Didn't get the double vent either. That's all good.
Yeah, this the Flufflut's ground pound has like this huge hitbox on it, so you can actually get 2 of those events in 1 ground pound if you have like really good spacing. So another reason that makes Flufflut really good is you can
That's so sad.
you can pick up a bunch of orbs with 1 ground pound.
We gotta backtrack.
Oh yeah, the shout out. Yeah, I am jacked. I am super handsome. I may not be good at this game.
Alright, we gotta go all the way back. Yeah, F's in chat.
That's alright. You know, it's about the friends you make along the way.
Alright.
Just grabbing some orbs there.
There we go. That's all we had to do,
These
but
blockers. So skip coming up. I should probably start now because I speak really slowly. You're meant to take the same gondola that we took up. You're meant to take that back down into Volcanic Crater after this. That's some cool movement here. You're meant to take that down after Snowy as well, but there's a cool little skip you can do here, which allows you to bypass the death plane on Flufflut, ground pound down into Volcanic Crater, and turn the camera in a specific way, which loads the correct area in. We're actually trying to discover today who actually discovered this current method that we use. Hope Loppy found the first version of it. Yeah, Trosh is nailing it. Then obviously Volcanic Crater is not intended to have Flufflut in it, so Jak is just like twerking around.
yeah.
The answers reside. You can gain my power.
Wait, yeah, what,
No LTS. Sorry.
what were we saying Bloppy found earlier?
He found like the first version of Gondola Skip. He found out how to avoid the death plane,
Oh,
but not how to load in like the correct area.
For your effort,
okay.
a power cell is the reward.
We're trying to figure it out. Or I was kind of just spectating other people trying to figure it out. Anyways, that's the end of Snowy.
Yep, that's it.
LTS means lava tube skip. Where Trotz is headed right now is lava tube. He needs 72 power cells, which we've kind of gone through the game and collected all of them in a specific order to get through this cutscene and to the end of the game. Lava tube skip allows you to bypass the 72 power cell requirement using a bit of checkpoint storage, kind of similar to how we saw in
All right.
Blah.
With these additional power cells, I should be able to
Oh,
support
Ouija
Ouija found it.
enough power to stand up to
Wow,
this
that's
lava.
epic.
But the shield still has a limit. It will
Ouija
never stand
would
temperatures
just
up
like
to
jump off
800
the cliff
degrees,
and
but no
ground
more.
pound off to the
So
side.
keep an eye on your gauge. I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gets
Okay,
out.
now we could do lava tube nice and slow, but we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to. We're going for all the hard tricks. I'm gonna see if I could get this trick.
So you can use that to keep the temperature down.
It's
And don't
probably
forget
one of
to
the most
activate the
difficult.
teleport gate in the Yellow Sage's lab.
Yeah, I'd say this
We're
trick
counting
that
on you.
Trotz is going to attempt for you guys is, I think it's widely, considered probably the riskiest trick in the speedrun, just because you're already at the end of the game, and it's insanely hard.
Yeah, I've lost a couple super good runs to this trick, but I mean, it's kind of worth it. It saves like 20 seconds or something like that. Something like that. I don't
I
know.
think it's like 15, 20, yeah.
Yeah.
So normally you're supposed to only get the 2 blue eco there, but if you go back and forth, whoa, that's fast. If you go back and forth here, you can actually get 6 blue eco, which speed up the zoomer to max speed. And you can just freaking haul butt through this area here.
Yeah, we gotta do this too.
Let's go
Oh,
for oranges skip. Epic. Nails it. That's similar to the stalagmite hops that we saw earlier. Only, I mean, he's just. I feel like that one's just way easier.
Yeah, it is. It just looks way cooler.
Oh, that's legendary. Saving 2 seconds.
That's always just the funniest speedrunner thing of just like, all right, you're gonna do this setup and then into this, and we go over here, and that saves like 0.3, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
worth it.
It cracks me up. It cracks me up.
You'll notice we actually, you know, I'm looking at the Trots. So there's this baddie jump here that Trots is gonna go for. Goosh.
Oh, I almost got it.
Okay, so you can yeah, he's stuck now, but you can flip out of bounds there in a specific way. And then you have to avoid a cutscene trigger but get the trigger for the next area and then die. It's very, very specific. But it essentially skips this sequence here. Yeah, good stuff. He's doing another buffer here. That's the cutscene that he would have tried to avoid on the zoomer. So he can buffer through it there and then just punch and die. Yeah, that was close, huh, Blob?
It was close. Somehow I bonked.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's the end of the game. He just, by the way, skipped an entire area.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's all of Citadel right there, and it's only on two versions of the game for PS2, right?
I just know Black Label, I don't know.
Yeah, there's like, I think it's more than 2. I don't know, but there's some versions of the Black Label copies that they let you do that skip. So I think it was originally found because someone went into Citadel and they just like save loaded as soon as they got in there, and it just spawned them at the top. I think that's how it's
Yeah,
found.
just some random stuff. Very grateful for Citadel
Yeah,
skip,
super
because
random.
that's, I mean, that area has a bunch of cycles and stuff. It's pretty annoying.
Let's see if I could get a 1 frame.
Okay, so
There we
yeah,
go.
that's what the 1 frame looks like we were talking about earlier. That is exactly 15 seconds after you press the X input to jump off the launch pad. Did I say 15 seconds? 15 frames. You have to press circle. Only a 1 frame window. It's tough to get. Oh. Nice.
Yeah, I got another 1 frame. All right, there we go.
It's a good run.
Home
Alright.
stretch.
Yeah, home stretch. We're looking at probably about 40 seconds from now. Maybe 45.
Yeah, what is the timer at? Okay. So we got a 57 on our hands.
Stop the chasing back! Or it might stop that robot. Stay fuzzy, save the world. Choices.
Another cutscene.
But yeah, if you had a good time watching this run, be sure to give Trots a follow, of course. The link is in the chat now. This has been so much fun. Thanks for showing this off.
Oh yeah. All right, now we wait for the white ego. What's the spawn? There it is, all the way over there.
Nice job.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, good stuff, Trots. It's a good run, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you both so much for explaining everything, showcasing this run. I know a ton of the people in the chat were like, oh, I love this game. Love getting to watch the run. Is there anything the two of you want to, shout out what you're up to, where people can find you, all that good stuff?
I don't know. You go first, Bub.
I mean, obviously follow Trots. He very underrated. He's coming for that booty. Also, myself, I'm very jacked and tan and handsome.
Looks like
So
I may have been too
that's it.
hard on you boys. You do have what it takes to be.
Right now I'm running Jak 3. Bob is actually the GOAT of Jak 3. He just had world record and it got taken from him because a new skip was found. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be doing that lately. I don't know about Bob. He's probably still doing no LTS. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you both so much. That was a ton of fun. We have another run coming up right after this, so don't go anywhere. We're continuing, we're seeing runs from 2001 today. So we're going to be seeing Batman Vengeance coming up next. So stay tuned for more Hotfix. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Time Capsule. I am not Tippy. I'm Frozen Flagon, but I'm here, to showcase. We have 2001. We just saw an awesome run of Jak and Daxter, and we're going to be seeing Batman Vengeance coming up next. Before we jump into that, just want to say that GDQ will be live from TwitchCon October 20th through the 22nd. It's going to be taking place on the Games Done Quick stage, as well as streamed live from our Twitch channel. Do !GDQX Twitch chat to find out more information and check out the schedule. I'm gonna be there. Super excited to see anyone who will be sure to come by our booth if you're coming to TwitchCon. But yeah, it's just about time for us to get into Batman Vengeance with MTG Joe D. How's it going?
Going good, Court. Happy to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This has been a great night of Hotfix so far, and I'm excited to see this run.
Yeah, that was a sick Jak and Daxter run. I like that a lot.
But yeah, tell me about this run, and then we can, get into it whenever you're ready.
Sure. Yeah. So my name's Joe. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I think it's super special because if people are familiar with Batman the Animated Series or the New Adventures of Batman and Robin, this is pulled from that, and it's got like the entire voice cast from the show almost. So we'll hear Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy, Tara Strong, all those awesome voices. And then there's a lot of really cool animated cutscenes, but we will be skipping them in New Game Plus because we like to go fast. Up until recently, we weren't able to skip some of the cutscenes, but someone just figured out how to make that work. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to go through that. So we're skipping a lot of the plot. I'll try to fill in the plot as we go. And if you or chat have any questions, just let me know. Got to get a couple seconds in here before we can do a countdown.
All right, sweet. I'm excited to see. It's always great to see new strats get developed. So that's great.
Yeah. All right, and I'm ready to do a countdown if everyone else is
ahead.
good. All right, so 3, 2, 1, and we are off. What we missed in the beginning here is there is a scream in the night. Batman is all dramatic on a skyscraper, and he's decided to investigate. It's just a lot of hopping for this beginning part. Nothing dangerous here. You can take damage from the steam, but we recently found out that you can't die at all on this level. So it's cool. A little bit of training wheels that we just try to hop through as quickly as possible. And as we come to the gate, we skip a cutscene here where we see a poor lady is tied up on the ground next to a bomb, acid, very scary stuff. So we've got to get her away from that. That's what Batman does.
Absolutely.
And then we're about to have one of the coolest credit sequences. Batman is an extra cool guy. Instead of just walking away from explosions, he's gonna slide away.
This is neat. I do love I do love doing the credits like this. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's super cinematic, super awesome.
I love it.
We do a bunch of mashing here. Quick little cutscene where Joker has left a note, and he's threatening to kidnap Mary's son and ransom him off. And so we go back to the Batcave, we give Batgirl all that information, and have her do all the hard detective work while we go to the gym and learn how to play the game.
Nice.
I know Batman's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, but there is a pretty big theme here that Barbara's doing all the actual hard work. So Alfred tries talking to us, we ignore him because we're rude. We've got to pick up a couple of items. And here we're going to get to test out our Batarangs, which is classic. We get a lot of Batman's classic gadgets from the show. And we have terrible aim today. And then you get to do some classic combat training. I'm sure this is very effective. He just punches a post for a while. I haven't seen this in any martial arts dojos, but you never know, right? And then to introduce what they tried to do for like a stealth mechanic here, it's going to have us try to get past a laser with the world's largest hitbox.
Oh boy, yeah, a little bit.
We've been trying to figure out a way to get through it. Theoretically, it's possible to do it without stealthing, but no one's managed it yet. So we breeze through that and come to one of the most important skills of the game, which is flinging ourselves off of objects and trying to catch people who are falling. So we're practicing on a dummy here, and this will be important later. Batman loves flinging himself off stuff. So mash through a couple more cutscenes, and then it's going to send us to the rooftops. Batgirl found some information. Looks like Mary is about to be kidnapped, so we're trying to get through the rooftops as quickly as possible to her apartment and see if we can intervene. Get some really cool classic tunes there while people shoot at us.
This game looks pretty good for a GameCube game, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it's super impressive. It had some of the animators from the animated series, like, helping out and working on the animations. We see Mary get carried out of her apartment and through a doorway. And here, again, we would have seen one of Joker's goons carry her through that hallway. I don't know how he is getting her through all the rooftops this quick. Maybe some sort of Joker goon teleportation. But we have
It's always funny when it's like we're speed running through the game, yet they're beating us to all these places.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
We get to do a little short hop there. We always used to try to glide around that maze part. And then a friend of mine named Rusty in the Batman Vengeance Discord realized you could just do a short hop there, so we like to call that the Rusty hop, affectionately. It's way easier than trying to control the glide. That's the thing most people complain about with this game, is the controllers are really, really pretty janky. Some more sliding. I don't know how Batman's boots put up with this. Alfred's got to be pretty cranky fixing that every day, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
In the first combat of the game, not with a big post, we're trying not to knock him down like that. Ideally, you don't knock him down until he's been knocked out. There we go. Handcuff him. And then we go to another cutscene where Mary's like, oh, he took my son Toby, and she gives us a little pocket knife with his name on it. We go back to the Batcave to talk with Barbara some more. Something's suspicious, Batman thinks. She finds out that Mary and Toby don't have any ID that she can find, no information on the primitive internet. So we're going to investigate what might be going on there. That's pretty bad RNG for where that one guy is, but maybe we'll slide through no problem. No. Gotta do some bataranging. Those bullets are really annoying. There we go. And yep, we can sneak through there with no problem. Practicing a lot of conflict avoidance here. I know normally Batman would probably be trying to knock heads, but speedrun Batman's a little bit different. Doing a lot of jumping over guys' heads. Sometimes those little pom-poms on their beanies will trap us like that. There we go. Not sure how that works. They must be armor pom-poms, maybe? I don't know. And we're going to come up here on our first confrontation with the Joker, where one of the first really fun tricks of the run comes up. There's supposed to be a bunch of cycles of this fight with the Wrecking Ball, but if we're tricky, we might be able to cut it down here. No, I'm missing completely. I'm a little bat nervous. We got close.
Oh, that was.
So now our hope is try to catch him on this thing, on his swing back here, and still cut down a couple of the cycles here. There we go. Yeah, so we hammer him with batarangs. He throws the kid, so Batman throws himself off. Surprisingly, this kid looks exactly like our flour sack. And then there's a big cutscene where the flour sack blows up, and we find out that Mary was Harley Quinn all along, Toby was fake, and this has been a giant setup.
What? I can't believe this.
Alright, this is the hardest fight here. Skip that. Hands-free. Psychic. Just kidding, it's a cutscene. That kills on stream. Just kidding. My Twitch chat is really tired of that joke, actually. That was just for them.
Listen, you got to do it for the... No one here has heard this, surely. You got it. It's fresh.
And so we fight Joker, and he throws himself into oblivion. Harley Quinn is brokenhearted. She throws herself after him, so we have to save her. We don't want Harley falling to her doom. After this, there's a cutscene where she swears off crime. She says she's done without her pudding. She walks away. Batman looks very dramatic. And we get a call about Mr. Freeze is causing some trouble. With a bunch of cutscenes we have to mash through. Which, if you ever get a chance to play this game, they're really fun to watch if you like the original cartoons.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Freeze causing trouble involves a lot of ice. And somehow Batman can just punch through giant blocks of ice. Never really figured that one out. Reinforced gloves, maybe? This is a really cool series of levels if you do have time to explore it. There's lots of, like, hidden goodies in the ice, and Freeze's hench persons are pretty cool. They got little ice guns, and I think they're probably the most difficult, like, hench people to deal with in the game because of said ice guns. But, you know, hopefully we try to open the door there and just avoid them. Making this jump on ice is trickier than it looks because it's very slippery. Yeah, much like
this does look tricky. I mean, you got to dodge the bullets and you got to be doing this platforming, and this looks rough.
Oh my gosh. Normally we are... Alright, I'm gonna have to...
Come on, Batman, I believe in you.
Stop with the ice gun here. There it is, okay. If we're lucky, that hench person at the bottom has shot their friend at the top here. No, alright. They're still there, but we should be able to just get up the ladder. Nope. They knew that we were running on Hotfix tonight.
Exactly. That's always how it goes. The runs are aware. They're self-aware. It's a problem.
But yeah, so we get through them, and we're going to try to quickly jump up onto a platform here so we can catch a cycle. Normally, if you're playing through the any % run of this, you have to get a bunch of keys and other items, which would be, one of them's at the far end here. But you get to start New Game Plus with those keys, so we're just going to pick up some nets, which are going to be really handy in a second. We get to avoid all of the knocking the poor guards out of the ice and getting their keys. We just leave them behind, which is a little rude. But it's for the sake of going fast. Alright, so our goal here is to try to get these hench folks in the nets. They are really good at dodging them. Let's see if we can get the third. Yes, okay. They like to just roll all kinds of different ways. Mr. Freeze has kidnapped a scientist called Isaac Evers, who is also voiced by Mark Hamill. He does the Joker and Isaac. We do a little bat wiggle here. We got to break out of the ice and try to go save the scientist. I love his little, like, wah! And so Mr. Freeze has taken Isaac Evers to his helicopter, and we get to do one of the most frustrating vehicle levels I think I've ever played. But you're just chasing the helicopter, trying to do as much damage as you can without crashing into the buildings and, you know, causing more property damage than you should. I can't even imagine being one of the folks in Gotham City who has to deal with this on a nightly basis.
Oh, I know. It's like, hey, I'm just living here, and now you're going to destroy some of my property. There's just ice on my walls now. Yeah. Like, you just flooded my whole apartment.
Right, I really hope they have good renter's insurance.
What the heck? Yeah. The whole city needs it.
For a long time, we thought there's a cutscene after this that wasn't skippable, and we thought that you had to die early on in this level to trigger it, which wasn't working for me, and it was only working for one of our runners, who, well, there we go, we died anyway, so extra good luck there. But we found out that there's another way where you just have to have watched the cutscene already, and then you can skip it. So that saved us a lot of grief. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, shout out to Ratton and Agari, who have been doing a lot of testing on that. We thought it was the PAL-only version could skip for a long time, which was a bummer, because I usually run, on NTSC or whatever. So it was a relief. It was a relief finding out that just about anyone on any version of this game can do all the skips. Speaking of, if anyone is really curious about this game and wants to get in the run, you can get the Discord link from the speedrun.com page, and we'd love to help you get started. We allow emulators, so you can run it in Dolphin, which makes it a lot more accessible. It's kind of hard to track down the disc sometimes. So trying to do a little bat plane Frogger here. We're really close to getting the shield down, which is nice. It makes the final confrontation go a little bit faster.
This is quite a long section of this flying bit.
It takes forever. This is the part that really stopped me as a kid when I first started playing this game. I could never get past it. But thankfully, practicing the speed run for hundreds and hundreds of hours, you get better at it. Alright, shield's gone, so we just try to... Even though there's a hostage in this helicopter, we blow it up. I'm not sure the logic there. You see him parachute out, and then there's a cutscene where Batman jumps and catches it. And if the skip is going well, we won't watch the big conversation with him. Yes, nice, okay. First skip down. They have a big conversation with the scientist where he's like, no, Bruce Wayne funded my research, it's okay, I've got the best security. Not knowing, of course, Batman is Bruce Wayne, and he did no such thing.
All right, I'm inside.
So we're very suspicious, so we go to his lab to investigate because, world's greatest detective, there's something afoot. We try to trigger our free look here. It delays this little Batgirl message, lets us get to the computer. We're going to do a little puzzle section here with crazy glowing tubes. I think this is what they thought the internet looked like. Thankfully, it's always the same solution, so we don't have to try to predict anything or manipulate any RNG. Just look at colorful internet tubes. And try not to click too many times. That's always my downfall. I'm so used to mashing with a speedrun.
I feel that when you have to be
it's got to be precise.
Controlled about it.
All right, one more series of those. The most complicated and scary glowing red one. I'm kind of glad the internet doesn't look like this. As someone who works in web design for the day job, that would be hard on my eyes after a while. All right, perfect. So we get through the puzzles. There's about to be a giant explosion that we skip through. We're coming onto a section that if you have photosensitivity, I'd look away for a couple of minutes. There's some flashing lights, but we'll get through it real quick. So we skip through that. And we're coming up on the first invincibility glitch try here. Let's see if we can do it. Nice, first try. So in this game, if you're taking constant damage from something like that frozen air coming out of their steam, whatever it is, or a flamethrower or anything like that, if you are doing your cape shield at just the exact second that your life runs out, you enter an invincible state where enemies will still try to attack you, but you don't take any damage, you don't get pulled into fight animations. It's pretty awesome. And we have to get that health pack there for some reason, because if we don't, the game will soft lock during the Mr. Freeze fight, which is a bummer.
That is frustrating.
As far as I know, the invincibility skip was found, or invincibility glitch there was found by someone named JMan12 on YouTube, who I think has the first recorded run of this game. So it was very cool of them to teach that to me. I heard something. All the goons in here have really funny dialogue if you take the time to listen. We skip most of it, unfortunately. And here we are with our big confrontation with Mr. Freeze. Instead of doing a big, like, punch-out, drag-out, we have to try to drop these on his head. And also avoid him building up too much of that ice around our feet, because when we are in the invincibility state, it can cause the game to get real cranky. So, kind of just doing a bunch of spinning around, taunting him. This is probably the hardest part of the run for me. I don't know why. I always seem to get bad Victor RNG. Come on, buddy.
And it's a marathon run, so you know the game is just going to give you bad luck. That's how it gotta be.
Ideally, we're dropping him right on his head. Like, he'll take a little damage if it tags his feet there. There we go. But it's just kind of a big game of cat and mouse. He does all kinds of really dramatic voice lines, trying to scare you. Amazing voice actor. I always thought he was so scary in the show when I was a kid. Alright, we just got to get a couple more. And ideally, also, we don't want him to grab us. It is really funny, because if you get grabbed when you're in an invincible state, it just kind of flings you around while you're standing still, making a funny face. I think we just need one more here. This isn't too bad. Oh, come on, Victor. He knows. He knows somehow every time which one I've attached a bomb to, and he...
He could be cheating, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know. He can see the code. There we go, that does it. Alright, if everything goes well, we skip another giant cutscene. There's a fun one where he's like, Batman, save me, and we have to freeze him with his own gun. And, yeah, looks like we did it. Perfect. There's a big cutscene here that introduces Poison Ivy. She gets, like a mysterious vial of radioactive goo-looking stuff mailed to her. And then we see her cackling, doing experiments on a bunny. It's real creepy. Batgirl goes to investigate and encounters a real scary villain, all wrapped up like a mummy. And now we get a call from her while she's trapped on the train, so... We're going to investigate that. You get to hear some ridiculous screams that are supposed to be Barbara. But I think she's just hamming it up because she wants Bruce to actually do his job for once. This train is also interesting. Like, they designed it so that you would go through each car, and there's a whole series of things we have to pull to unlock all of the different doors. But we found it's just a lot quicker to go on top of the train cars if you can. We zap these guys. They're like weird plant monsters. They're one of the worst ones to get tagged by, because Batman can't like fight them with his fists or anything. You have to electrocute them. It's really hard to get away from them, so kind of an annoying little sequence here.
Mm-hmm. The camera in this seems a bit rough in terms of like going up and down the cards.
Yeah, it is pretty awful. You get used to it if you know, play it over and over and over again. But I remember when I first picked this up used from a Hollywood video in my town. I could not figure it out as a kid. All right, so we get to that final lever. We skip all of the different puzzling and lever figuring out. It just shuts it all down there. And we go see what Barbara's up to. And we skip it, but yeah, there's a big guy in a trench coat, covered in bandages, super spooky. He jumps from the train after Batman shows up, and we are in the next awesome vehicle level of the game, which is full of some really early QuickTime event mechanics, which are not very forgiving. But basically, we're just missing it. Like I said, they're not very forgiving. I don't know how a big, scary villain covered in bandages figured out how to drive a car. But I guess that's not the questions the greatest detective wants to answer. to get a perfect score on this level, you have to not crash into any civilian cars or hit them with your machine gun. And I've only ever done it once. It's not set up to be very friendly. I try, though. I feel bad for all the citizens of Gotham City that have to put up with this. But ideally, you just do 2 cycles with this car. You can see in the bottom right, it's got another one of those kind of weird shield indicators. Once that red disappears, that means we're good to go. And we just have to hit the QuickTime events there. So one more loop through scenic Gotham City. Court, I'm curious, what was your favorite like show as a kid growing up?
Ooh, that's a good question. I watched a good amount of Sailor Moon.
Nice,
I was a Sailor
same.
Moon fan.
Yeah.
Good amount of Pokemon for sure. Those are like the cartoons that come to mind.
Heck yeah, classic.
So yeah, those are probably my favorites. I'm curious what people's in chats are as well.
Oh yeah, I can't
did
see
y'all
chat,
watch?
but chat, chime in.
Yeah, I'll let you know what people
Perfect.
are chatting saying. But also, people are really loving this run. So
Nice.
thanks for putting that on. And everyone in the chat, please give MTG Joe D a follow. Please, it's in the chat. Just go do it if you want to see some more awesome gameplay like this. This has been so much fun.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so we crash his car with a smoke grenade. We find an apple with a really freaky little mutant monster in it. And we're like, oh no, what is Poison Ivy up to? That doesn't seem good. So, and then we get a call about Poison Ivy threatening politicians. And mash through a bunch more cutscenes. Here we go. This is probably one of my favorite series of levels. Poison Ivy is just one of my favorite villains. And then you get to go through a weird factory with tons of weird plant monsters and mushrooms and weird plant tentacles. It's all creepy. I've always thought Poison Ivy was one of the more empathetic villains, depending on who wrote her, of course. But, you know, she's just trying to stop people from hurting plants, you know? It's one of the more noble villain pursuits, I think. Getting caught by those nasty plant root things, super annoying. They don't really like to let you go. Now we're on to the cool mushroom room, which I'm not sure why she would have done this, but we get to do some platforming on really unstable, slippery mushrooms. Very scenic. There we go. And we see there, that cutscene we skipped is the same mystery person in a trench coat that we've been following running through here. It's trying to build us up to a big reveal where we fight him, and in the the any percent run we do have to fight him. But this is New Game Plus, so we're gonna skip it. Spoiler alert, it turns out he's a giant plant monster that looks straight out of Looney Tunes. Real strange character. It's kind of fun to see, but we don't have time for that. Try not to look at any of the scary monsters in that one. Yeah, we get to do some kind of cool platforming on... I don't know if this is nuclear waste or what, or how the plants exist in there, but falling in that sucks for Batman. It's an instant die. There's a cutscene with the mayor pacing back and forth with a briefcase that we would find out later is full of money. If we interacted with him, that would trigger the boss fight, but we've got... Bruce, it's not time for stealth. We got the key, so we just ignore him. The mayor can handle it himself. He's an adult.
Yeah, 100%. Come on. Batman does so much for already.
And we get a little twisty staircase.
This is cute.
Yeah, it's so fun.
There's a lot of different, like areas in this game and different methods of gameplay and stuff. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty varied.
Yeah, it really kind of sets the stage for the popular, like, Arkham games that we got later. So here, we're going to be fighting the giant plant monster that's been sending out those roots. With, like, the laser earlier had a really huge hitbox. Their hitboxes are not large, and it is a pain. But you got to do a couple hits on the tentacles. There we go. Perfect. And then we hurt the poor thing with steam and drop it into the big vat. I feel kind of bad for it. It's kind of cute in a weird plant monster sort of way.
You've only scratched the bark. You'll never reach the roots. Nature is a hydra.
Nature is a hydra.
Get away from there.
You can do a whole second session with the monster, but it's easier just to blow everything up. We miss a really cool cutscene where the mayor gets the cure and then everything explodes in a bunch of fiery goodness. Oh, nice. This series of cutscenes takes like 2 minutes. It's a whole bunch of story where we're like, we go meet with Harley Quinn, interview her about what Poison Ivy was doing. She's being a little suspicious, sends us to a place called the Gas Works, which is full of Joker's goons, even though he is supposed to be dead at this point in the game. We get to deal with a bunch of creepy Jack-in-the-Boxes. Sorry if anyone out there hates creepy clowns. And we're going to try to do that invincibility glitch for a second time off the flamethrower here. So let's see if we can nail it.
All right.
Come on. Nope. All right.
Aw,
This one
man.
usually takes a couple of tries.
For sure. It looks tricky.
I'm sure, in the task, we do have a task now that Agaria just made where, they hit it on the exact perfect frame, but my poor human fingers have kind of a hard time hitting. But it is so much easier to go through this level if you're invincible, because there is a ton of people with machine guns, so it's worth putting the time in. There we go. Perfect. Second try. Very nice. Pretty soon, we're hopefully going to have figured out how to skip almost all of this. Agari figured out doing the tasks that there's a way you can skip this whole section of trying to turn off these sewer pipe things. It's really tricky, though. You have to, jump off of a Joker Jack-in-the-Box across a big chasm that has a death plane in it. We're working on it. We're working on trying to get it into a run. Trying to take as many shortcuts as we can here. A lot of these metal panels fall out from under you, which is tricky. And during these weird cutscenes where you're twisting it, Batman can move, but all of his movement gets really messed up and he goes a lot of weird ways. So I have to remind myself not to anxiously mash the A button or you'll end up in sewage, which kills you because it's nasty sewage, I guess. Skipping most of this with our trusty back grapple gun here. If you're ever playing through this for the story, down there in that bottom right, you kind of saw a tube with a bunch of boxes for a minute, and you can hop along those and get one of the secret envelopes, get a cool cutscene. But again, New Game Plus, we're trying to go as fast as possible, so we miss all the fun little Easter eggs.
Are there other categories of the game that people like to run, or is any percent, the big one?
Any percent, New Game Plus is the one that most people like to run because it's quicker. Any percent right now is still
New
they
Game,
can
sorry.
allocate it. Oh, no worries, yeah. We had someone propose a cheat percent where they entered all of the cheat codes, because this is a classic GameCube game, there's plenty of cheat codes. So that was fun, we have that posted. And we've theorized a 100% run, where you have to get every cheat envelope, every secret, perfect 10s on everything, but no one has gotten the courage to do that one yet.
Got it.
So here we can move, perfect, we can move during those cutscenes and try to get our back grapple out early, which will cut conversations with Batgirl, which, while she is awesome, we're trying to go fast. And we're aligning those tubes to match the colors, so I guess that unlocks some sort of gas wheel we can spin. Science, something. It is really tricky because you can't see what you're doing, and Batman tries to go into stealth. Yeah, he'll be hiding in the corner. That's okay. A lot of fun grappling through the tubes. I always wonder what the bad guys would be thinking here when they're just pumping him full of bullets and he's not being phased with the invincibility glitch on. It's got to be a little disconcerting. least he didn't go stealth there. Oh, come on, Bruce. I spoke too soon. That jump, sometimes you can make that jump and he'll grab on. Sometimes he decides he doesn't want to, so we gotta grapple. The first in many of these weird wheel sequences. Sometimes you're trying to match the green, sometimes you're trying to match the red. The game never really tells you. We get a little moment where we have to watch the pipes turn. There we go, in a big cutscene where this guy kicks down the door and starts firing at you. We pull a lever and we rescue Mr. Isaac Evers. And he's going to admit that he was in on the whole thing. He was being bribed by someone, yada yada. We take him to the police, where a very dramatic cutscene happens, where a batarang comes out of nowhere, smacks Jim Gordon in the face, and the GCPD blames us, even though there's no possible way it could have been Batman. He had a bad guy in his hands. So now we're running away from the entire Gotham Police Department, who are really mad that we threw a batarang at their boss. They say those are stun rounds. It doesn't sound like it to me, but, you know. And this whole time we're being pursued by a helicopter that has giant helicopter tasers on it. I don't know where they got the budget for that, but, you know, it's Gotham. Not a ton of shortcuts you can do through this area. It's kind of just optimized, like, avoiding all of the guys with their shotguns and getting to the back grapple points as quick as possible. Which at least looks really cool. I think it looks cool when Batman's zipping around the city skyline like that. That police officer's bullets can tag you as you're trying to hop on that middle one, which is really annoying. We get to do another bat slide. And then some bat ladder climbing. A lot of ladder climbing in this level. And since we're in a hurry, Batman has decided to just punch the electrical boxes that open doors. Sometimes it shocks you, sometimes it doesn't. It's very consistent. Very cinematic scene here where you
this is
run
cute.
through a sky bridge. Yeah.
I like this.
You can tell, like, the game's kind of janky and the controls are weird, but you can tell the people who made it really loved the material they were adapting. Which I think lends to a lot of its charm. This helicopter is the bane of our existence. We're going to take an intentional death in a little bit to reset its pathing. You can get the invincibility glitch on these little, like, air conditioner steam things. Unfortunately, it'll soft lock the fight with the helicopter later. And for a long time we thought, like, oh, if we could find a health pack, maybe that would fix it, like the Mr. Freeze fight. But it doesn't. We have yet to figure out a way to be invincible and fight the helicopter. And unfortunately, there is no way to skip riding this elevator up and down. So, water break. Chat, I hope you are all doing well tonight. Glad I get to show this to you and spend some time with you.
This has been a blast.
All right, and if you don't get off the elevator in time, it will just smush you into the ceiling, which is, you don't want to be a bat pancake. And the game kind of tries to encourage you to go through this big, windy path of weird, empty rooms at the top of the building, but we can just sneak through the back and fling ourselves into oblivion here, miraculously catch onto the edge. I thought that was so cool when I saw someone do that in a run. I was like, no way, you can skip that. And here we do our intentional death. And it'll reset the pathing of the helicopter, which saves us a lot of potential time waste here in a second, because we have to climb up a bunch of other ladders. And if you don't reset the pathing, the helicopter will just shoot you off the ladders, which is both annoying, it slows you down, and sucks up a lot of your health when you're going to fight the helicopter here in a minute. That intentional death pathing reset was discovered by Ratton, who was the second person to really start running this game. Super cool runner. It's RATN if you ever want to check him out. He does a lot of Minority Report for the GameCube, which is an even more broken game than this. A lot of really interesting Gotham architecture here. I'm not sure why they put ladders everywhere. Super useful for Batman, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Just keep giving me nice things to make my speedrun go faster.
All right, so we avoided the helicopter for the most part. And unfortunately, we do have to have our reckoning coming up here in a second. The helicopter has like some predetermined paths that we haven't figured out a way to like really predict the RNG there. But we're basically, it's another hit it with your explosives and try to disable their weapons they're shooting at you. And you got to be careful to not run off the edge. I've done that a million times, trying to focus on their weapons and end up restarting the whole thing. Let's see. And it'll do that, which you just saw, where you'll obviously hit your explosive on it, and then nothing happens. There, we got one. Again, the hitboxes are so strange for some of these.
It really is.
Perfect. So we disable all of their tasers, and they just decide, well, we have missiles. Let's shoot missiles at a man in a weird bodysuit. Oh! Okay. That was really lucky. Sometimes those missiles will shoot you right off the roof, but we're doing great.
Yeah, this seems to be going well, at least from my perspective.
It can be done a little bit quicker, but we've got...
Sure.
Depending on the RNG, because you can't really hit it when it's on the level with you for some reason. Perfect. There we go. That wasn't bad. Sometimes that can go on forever. It's super frustrating. And then Batman is thrown off the roof, presumably to his death. He lands on the ground. Batgirl picks him up, takes him back. They nurse him to health. And he decides, Harley Quinn might have been lying to me. I should go investigate. But he doesn't go as Batman or Bruce Wayne. We go as cool guy with a scar. We have to put in a code here. There's a lot of really funny clues on statues that give you the numbers. But also, if you play this over and over again, you just memorize it. So we're now in the Funny Bones warehouse. We don't have our armor, our cape, or many of our gadgets. We have a very dapper suit, though, so... at least we look good. Gonna do some fun box platforming while being chased by freaky Jack in the Boxes. There we go. And I know I've said this probably a couple times during this run, oh, this puzzle sequence is so annoying. This is probably the most annoying one. There's a series of levers we have to pull. And I think the designer's intent was you're supposed to go through and disable all of the bad guys and then do the series of levers that are on a timer. But, this is a speedrun. We don't want to waste time. Oh, okay, that might be okay. The timers are really tight, too. So you see that light turn green? We made it. Nice.
Who's there? You're through.
Luckily, Batman doesn't need his fancy cape to jump. And back to the other side of the room. Whoever designed this weird... I guess it's the Funny Bones warehouse. It's where they make all the pranks and gizmos, so it makes sense that it would be convoluted. Oh, no. Perfect. Okay, sometimes that guy will tag you and you have to do the fight. But in that cabinet, we find the pocket knife from earlier that no one saw because we skipped the cutscene. This says Toby's name on it, so now we know the Joker is not really dead. Surprise, surprise. I'm sure everyone in chat is shocked.
Gasp.
And then we find
What?
out that he's going to try to light all of Gotham on fire with a blimp.
All right. Well, yeah. I
Yeah,
think we
you
gotta
know,
do something about that.
We skip the cutscene confrontation with him. He sicks some masked individuals on us with flamethrowers, and we're going to try the third invincibility glitch of the run. We want to try to get him to both hit us at the same time. Maybe. No, okay. These ones with the fire can be really complicated. But again, it makes the rest of the level go so much quicker if you don't have to deal with getting hit by bullets. Because you're not Superman. All right. Trying to get this glitch when you're running any percent will again soft lock the game. We haven't figured out a way around that. There's another spot you can do it if you're running that category though, which I'll point out later. Oh, Bruce, come on, man. Third time's the charm, babe? All right. I'm feeling good about this one. I said I was feeling good. I was so focused on the health bar, I completely forgot to crouch. And so what I said earlier, fourth time is the charm. I was mistaken.
I'm a believer. Marathon luck, you know?
Oh, yeah. Hey, there we go. Fourth time's the charm.
All right.
And so, these guys take forever to fight through traditional means, so Batman just lets them burn themselves to death? Or maybe just to being knocked out. There you go.
This looks very silly.
It's ridiculous. Nice.
Batgirl.
This is a recent find that you can keep moving during the Batgirl talk there, which is very fun. More rooftops, more gates. We go to a cool cutscene where the Joker and Harley Quinn and a giant clown with rocket launchers on his shoulders threaten us. And we just decide to pick up some batarangs and get away from that, because, you know, rocket launchers.
Okay, where are you?
Some funny dialogue from that. Where are you? I'm standing right in front of you, man. More of these glorious wheels. Very important wheels, though, because if we didn't turn these, all of the gas would come out and blow up Gotham City, which we don't want.
Just the little things of how the city is structured.
Yeah.
Probably not the best.
More ladders, or hiding against the wall. It's my eternal chagrin. I really wish that was a little bit quicker, or a little bit less sensitive. He loves to go into stealth mode. So now, since we're invisible, we get to just walk up on rocket launcher guy. If you were doing any percent and you wanted to do an invincibility glitch before dealing with this, you can get it off his flamethrowers, no problem. Or if you're really fancy and have really good aim, you can run around and try to blow up the rockets without just standing in the way. Harley Quinn's up in the upper right, just screaming at us the whole time, super funny. You can see her duck there. We blow the guy up, which I always feel kind of bad about. You know, It's just doing his job, right? And now we are on to the Joker's blimp, which he is outfitted with really painful lasers. Which again, I don't know where they get the budget for these things, but you know, what respectable supervillain doesn't have lasers that hurt a lot? And instead of dealing with the laser grid, we just try to run through it. Batman, you want your batarangs? There we go. Perfect. In New Game Plus, we don't even fight the Joker. We just run past him. Gotham's in trouble. We don't have time for you, clown man. We get here, and he tells us a really fun riddle where you have to figure out how to mix the colored gas to neutralize everything.
But too much mixing and everyone dies.
Surprise, we got to make green and purple. It's the Joker's favorite colors, I guess. So he tells you the riddle, and you get that cool, like, colored bar behind it to, like, clue you in if you weren't listening. Very nice of the developers to give us that. I've tried everything I can think of to get past this sequence. Probably not skippable. If anyone figures it out, though, I will send you money for a pizza. Or food of choice. Doesn't have to be a pizza.
All right, that's a pretty good bounty. I mean, who doesn't like pizza?
All right, perfect. So we get the colors mixed. It takes just a little bit of time. And now we're going to come out to face the Joker, and he decides, hey, instead of getting caught, I'm going to throw myself out of the blimp. Because, you know, my death is how I win against Batman. We do a little cycle here where I will be shouting time in like 3 hits on him. So that'll be cool. We're almost done. Oh no, I raced him too much there. There we go. Batman can actually go faster than the Joker here, which is annoying. Try to catch up with him. He throws bombs and shoots while he's falling. All right, so when we catch him, that'll be time. And time. All right.
Nice run.
Thank you very much. There we go. Wasn't bad. And then it goes into the big, long end cutscene that we can't skip. It's just more credits. He flies through in his jet, and then we get to go visit Arkham. We see all of the villains we've defeated locked back up, and the Joker is at the end with a little Batman doll hanging from his ceiling. It's very creepy. But yeah, we're done. Thank you all so much. Court, thank you for being here for this.
This is a blast.
I enjoyed chatting with you. Chat, thank you so much. Want to do a couple shout-outs. Again, shout-out to the Batman Vengeance Speedrunning Discord. If you're interested in learning how to do this, definitely come join us. It's a really fresh run. New stuff's being found all the time. Got some people really studying it, which is so exciting to me. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/mtgjoed, sometimes on YouTube at youtube.com/mtgjoed, where I'm trying to build up a video essay channel. So if you like video essays, you can subscribe to that. Shout out to everyone in my Discord and all my friends who watched me learn this run. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you to GDQ and the Hotfix crew. It was so exciting to be here, and I hope everyone has a really good night.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joe, for showing this off. Thank you for all the GGs in chat, everyone who has been watching all night tonight. It has been a great time. So yeah, that is all for Time Capsule tonight. We will be back at the regularly scheduled time, 10 p.m. in 2 weeks with Tippy. I had a blast taking over, being a substitute showrunner today. I hope you all had a fun time with me. And we also have tomorrow a special fast-paced events showcase on Passion Project starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we have more hotfix every single day. Be sure to tune in for more speedruns, but stick around for the raid. We're gonna raid someone who's doing some more amazing speedruns, I'm sure. And see you again on hotfix real soon.